Hello, so the question of the day, should you go mirrorless? Yes, you should. Thanks for watching, see you on the next one. Sorry, let's try that again. Should you go mirrorless? Nope, stay with what you got. Thanks for watching, see you on the next one. Okay, in all seriousness, what is the answer? Should you go mirrorless? Well, I can't really answer that. It's down to the individual photographer and your own photographic requirements, but I personally have made the swap, so here's my insight into the world of the mirrorless camera. Now, I have written a blog post about this, so if you want to read more about the mirrorless advantage, then head over to my website and read the blog there. Now, before I made the switch to mirrorless and the Olympus OMD system, I was using Canon digital SLRs, 5D Mark II in fact, with shift lenses and a full set of primes. Great image quality and beautiful lenses, but I wanted something smaller and lighter, especially to use in the urban environment. And mirrorless was the answer to this. Without the internal mirror, these cameras are smaller and lighter and much easier to carry about all day. Now, absent of that internal mirror, the viewfinders are obviously digital rather than optical, but in the latest models you'd be hard pressed to tell the difference. Now, smaller bodies also means smaller lenses, especially with the Olympus system. The OMD lenses are tiny, especially when you compare it to a full frame camera. Now, of course, there are Fuji and Sony alternatives, but these cameras aren't as compact due to their larger sensor sizes. The Fuji having the APS-C sensor and the Sony having a full frame sensor. Now, personally, I think this defies the mirrorless advantage. With these two cameras, you aren't fully shrinking the entire system. The lenses are pretty much the same size as they are on a full-size SLR. Now, of course, these two other systems do have their own advantages. The Sony can take your entire collection of, say, Canon lenses, and it keeps that full-frame sensor size. But with cameras such as the Canon 5DS now available, offering the same number of megapixels, you have to wonder what the advantage is. But mirrorless is the future. Soon, all camera manufacturers will be producing mirrorless cameras alongside their SLRs, if not exclusively. Hey, even Hasselblad have announced their own version. But as far as landscapes are concerned, mirrorless is where it's at. So I give you not only the ultimate mirrorless camera, but the ultimate landscape camera, the Olympus OMD EM1. Now, I shoot for magazines, calendars and picture libraries such as Getty Images, and all are more than happy with the quality that this camera produces. So if they're happy, I'm happy. Now, as I said, one of the key advantages of these mirrorless cameras is the size and the weight, and this Olympus system is so small, so light, you can easily carry it around all day. I love it. Now, the EM1 has a 16 megapixel sensor in it, with the Mark II that's due out soon due to have a 20 megapixel sensor. I find that more than enough for my requirements. Yes, you can't crop in that much, but maybe I just compose more carefully anyway. Now, because we're dealing with a smaller sensor here, you get increased depth of field for every aperture you use, which is great for landscapes. Now, this baby is waterproof, weatherproof and freeze-proof. You can put it in the freezer or run it under the tap, as you do, but it's nice to know it's protected. Now, I never really got on with the 35mm full frame sensor size. That elongated rectangle was always too much. This micro four thirds format is more comparable to 5x4 that you get on a large format camera. I find that a much better way of composing an image. And you can shoot square format in camera. Much easier than trying to remember that composition and crop later. And of course, it's got the flip up screen that most mirrorless cameras have these days, and something that I think all digital cameras should have. It's great being able to flip the screen up and look down into the screen just as you would with a medium format film camera. And then there's the live bulb feature, unique to the Olympus system. I don't think I could do long exposures without that now. I love how much you can customize this camera. You can practically change every button on the layout to a mode or feature that you want. You make it customizable to you. And it's got the all-important depth of field preview button. No camera should do without that. The built-in horizon level, great feature. Don't have to use the hot shoe mounted spirit level. I'm always losing them. And finally, it's got exposure simulation mode, which is great when you're shooting in live view. So for me, the perfect mirrorless camera and the perfect landscape camera. So if you're thinking going mirrorless yourself, then do it. Which camera you choose, doesn't really matter. Just pick one, go out, and shoot. In fact, I'm off now.